All right. So again, for proportions, cross multiply and divide. All right. Sometimes you'll get a word problem with percents in them. Okay. So it says a poll taken one day before an election showed that 22.5% of voters plan to vote for a certain candidate. If 1,800 voters participated in the poll, how many indicated that they plan to vote for that candidate? So you have a couple word problems with percents. The percent always goes over what number? 100 when you write your proportion. Okay? Part over whole. Okay? So in this problem, we have 22.5%. So I'm going to go 22.5 over 100 for that part. Now it says if 1,800 voters participated in the poll, is that part of them or is that all of them? That's all of them. So that's the whole. So that would be in the bottom. And then our variable, whatever variable you want, in the top. I usually just use X. That makes sense? And then again, we're just going to go 100 times X equals 22.5 times 1,800. And I would divide by 100 then. So basically it's just 18 times 22.5. Because this 100 would cancel, the two zeros cancel the two zeros. So it's just 18 times 22.5, which is I think 405. Whoa. Okay? That makes sense? Questions? Here's another one just for practice. At Clay High School, 434 students, or 35% of the students, play a sport. How many students does Clay High School have? So my percent, 35, goes over 100. Now, is this 434 students, all of them or part of them? It's part of them, so that goes in the top this time. And my X goes in the bottom this time. And then again, you know what to do from there, right? Any issues, problems, setting up the proportion? Percent over 100, part over whole. All right. Fitness app. It says Ryan ran 600 meters and counted 482 strides. How long is Ryan's stride in inches? So it gave us 1 meter is 39.37 inches. It says use a proportion to find the length of his stride in meters. Okay? So since he ran 600 meters, they didn't tell us 600 inches. We can't use that part yet. So 600 meters, he counted 482 strides. So if you write a proportion, X meters equals 1 stride. Okay? So we figure out how many meters 1 stride is first. So you cross multiply, which would be 482. Is it messing up a little bit? Well, anyway, 482x equals 1 times 600 is 600, right? So I don't know why my pen's not working. Okay, but what we would do then, we would get what x is. So someone do that for me, please. 1.24. That's rounded, right?
Yeah.
Again. All right, so 1.24 meters in 1 stride. Then we could change it. There we go. So So it's not working there? That's weird. There we go. All right, so 482x equals 600. Yeah. Man, that's weird. Anyway, when we divide 600 by 482, it was 1.24, you said, Abigail? Okay. So we'll just put that over here. Maybe over here it's working. And that's meters equals x. All right. So to change that to inches, then we have to use this. All right. So what we would do is 1.24 meters over x inches equals 39. Oops, I got that wrong. I got it backwards. You got to put meters over inches, right? Got to be consistent. So 1 meter is 39.37. I don't know what's going on. But then we would cross multiply and divide for x. It comes out to about 49 inches if you do the math in your calculator. So that's a little over 4 feet, right? So about 4 foot per stride. Again, I don't know what's going on with the pen and stuff here. Similar figures have the same shape, but not necessarily the same size. You talked about similar triangles last year, right, in geometry. They actually had to prove similar triangles. We don't have to do any proving. But just understand that the similar when their corresponding angles are congruent, which means equal, right? And the corresponding sides are proportional. Okay? The ratio of the corresponding side lengths of similar figures is often called a scale factor. So you'll see that sometimes. So here's the problem. A tree in front of Luca's house casts a 6-foot shadow at the same time as the house casts a 22-foot shadow. If the tree is 9 feet tall, how tall is the house? All right? So you just draw a little, I don't know what's going on. But we got a little right triangle here and here. So we got similar figures. This one's bigger than the other, right? So we have to set up a proportion to solve for h, how tall the house would be. So over here's my tree, over here's my house. So Grace, this is all, if you get this right, you get a good report. If you get this wrong, I'm going to make stuff up and say you're really bad. Okay? So what's the proportion?
Is it 9 feet?
Yeah.
Over 8 feet?
9 over h, okay, that'll work.
And then 6 feet over 23 feet?
Yep. Just be consistent. Some of you might have said this. Why? Maybe it's the pen. What do you think? Nope. Some of you might have said 9 over 6 equals h over 22. That's okay also. Just be consistent, whichever way you go. All right? You go from the first one to the second one, or one side to the other. Just be consistent. And then cross multiply and divide. Okay? This one, same type of problem. So I can go, let's do it this way this time. 6 is to 20. Will that work? There we go. So what's the other side? H over 9. Good. We got this? Pretty easy? Any questions? That's it. Having a problem. All right, it's page 100. You can look on Canvas, but I'll tell you. Page 100, numbers 3 to 30 by 3s. Sorry about my smart board not doing what it should be doing.
40 something?
Huh?
Did it say like 42?
What if that'll help if I refresh? Let's go back. All right, so you guys have done a good job so far. Did well on your quizzes. I showed you what you got, right? Yesterday? I'll get them back to you hopefully first of next week. Well, it was a test. Yeah, 88-point test, right? So keep up the good work. You should be able to get most of it done before you leave here today.
Thank you, Dale.